40 years ago, no more than an aspiration, today, the Forth Road Bridge stands in all its compelling beauty. A motor age companion of the railway bridge, that superb Victorian achievement still among the wonders of the world. Who could have foreseen 75 years ago the need for a bridge to carry cars? In the 90s, the mud car was still a joke. It's a suspension bridge, this new one, the centre span 1,100 yards. The presence of the archers, who are the Queen's bodyguard in Scotland, shows the imminence of the royal inauguration. The Prime Minister, with Lady Douglas-Home, heads the 500 VIPs, who include Sir Philip Warter, chairman of the Transport Holding Company, gathered for the ceremony. But in Great Britain, weather is no respecter of great occasions, and as Her Majesty's car arrives at the south end of the bridge, the mist is still heavy. 1,400 guests have been invited to the opening. It'll be seen by fully 100,000 people, the younger generation well catered for. Provided by the 1st Battalion Cameronians Scottish Rifles is the Guard of Honour. Here to receive the Queen and Duke at South Queensferry is the Lord Lieutenant of West Lothian, Colonel Cadell. For Scotland, this is the most important day of the present reign, a day renewing the fame of Scotland throughout the world. To match the glorious past of Scotland is the ambition of every new generation. In this bridge, how splendidly fulfilled. And how fitting that the ceremony is performed by a queen whose maternal grandfather was an Earl of Strathmore.
First plans for a road bridge across the Forth were drawn up some 40 years ago. Today, after 6 years of work, this immense engineering project is finished and ready for use. The graceful sweep of the 3,300-foot span stands in splendid contrast to the great railway bridge which has dominated the Forth for over 70 years. Both bridges represent the latest ideas and techniques of their time and demonstrate that Scotland is not content to rely on past achievements, but is determined to remain among the leaders in all branches of technology. May this bridge bring prosperity and convenience to a great many people in the years ahead.
Her Majesty accepts the invitation to sign the visitor's book, a treasured signature for centuries to come. In view of thousands of onlookers, now wait to be presented to the Queen and Duke some of the top men who planned the bridge and brought a dream to fulfillment. It took 6 years to build with a labour force of about 400. 11 times that number worked on the old rail bridge. A new age, new techniques. As there can hardly be a foundation stone for a suspension bridge, a simple obelisk records the royal opening on September the 4th, 1964. The Queen's car is to be the first to drive across the bridge. And for all concerned in the construction, that crossing will be the climax, long awaited, now to happen. It's a toll bridge, but no half-crown is exacted of the Queen. This time it's on the house. The Scots don't much like the idea of a toll, pointing out that drivers travel free over the motorways, which have cost far more than the £20 million spent on this bridge. Today, the mist is loath to clear, but visibility is often at a premium on the Forth. There's a welcoming party on the north side of the mile-and-a-half-long bridge, where the Earl of Elgin, Lord Lieutenant of Fife, is to receive the Queen. To a bridge, which in any weather will be a noble-looking structure, mist lends a beauty of its own. Here, the first crossing is commemorated by a plaque. But as no progress benefits everybody, there's some regret that this is the end of the ferry service. It goes back to the time when it was instituted by Queen Margaret of Scotland about 900 years ago. This trip is made by the Queen Margaret, with the Queen and Duke on board. A royal farewell to a service which has served Scotland well. Among men-of-war present for the occasion is Lion, flagship of the home fleet. The Queen Margaret, whether on her course or to show she can be big-hearted, sails under that majestic span. The road bridge will attract tourists and be something more to see from the train. And now, all ceremonial over, the Forth road bridge is open to the public. And with their half-crowns at the ready, droves of motorists make an historic first-day crossing. Something for them to talk about for many a year. Most of us have a feeling for bridges, man's age-old answer to the broad stream that bars his way. Suspension bridges, suggested to primitive man by monkeys linking their tails from tree to tree, are one of the oldest forms. This is the longest suspension bridge in Europe, an achievement to boast of, were we the boastful kind, the Forth Road Bridge.